Alright guys, here we go. Part 2. Now this is supposed to be a short chapter, provided I don't mess anything up. First thing we're going to do is walk right back in there.
I've been waiting to get you alone, Maddie. I don't like to brag in front of the others, but I think you're going to be surprised at how this tour turns out. Might bring some fame your way. Help you out.
Danger, danger, danger.
That you intend to find the treasure this trip?
That's right.
You will have my full attention when you do.
You don't believe me? I got this theory, see?
Monsieur Wilkes, everyone has a theory.
Yeah, but they ain't got what I got. You can write that up and take it to the bank.
Really? And what do you have that is so unusual?
Oh god, please
Why don't
keep
you
your
come
pants
by
on.
my room tonight and find out. I got this big piece of equipment.
I was kidding.
Je comprends. However big your equipment, monsieur, I've no doubt seen something very much like it before. Besides, I probably have other plans.
Atta girl. Don't fall for the Australian with the big wang. So let's go talk to Mr. Smooth, shall we?
Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Gabriel Knight.
Knight, eh? Wilkes is the name. John Wilkes.
Boo.
Australian?
That's right. And you're a Yank.
If you mean American, yeah. But there are certain branches of my family tree that'd shoot you for that one. Are you with the tour?
Yeah, I'm with the tour. Look, I'm all for being friendly like, but my lunch is getting cold.
Oh, sure. We'll talk later.
Well, that was fun.
Hey, Madeline. How's lunch?
Satisfactory, Monsieur Knight. Will you be dining, or are the prices here kinda steep?
Oh, if I get hungry, I'll eat. Don't worry about it.
I will try not to fret.
Yeah, Gabriel could totally tap that if you wanted to. And again, guys, I'm sorry about the flickering. I can't get it to stop. I'll keep trying stuff, and hopefully as the game progresses, I'll figure something out.
Mr. Knight?
Stell does all the heavy lifting. But of course, Lady Howard is a lady.
There you are, ladies. I greatly appreciate your understanding.
I'm sure you'll be able to repay us somehow, Mr. Bahaza, when the time comes. Move along now, Estelle. I really must rest.
He's going to be forced into a threesome.
Thank you, Mr. Bahaza.
Oh, thank you, Miss Stiles.
And the two men watching this, neither one of them offer to help. I'm sure I'll find out what that's all about a little later on. Trying to find my way to the church. Oh, it looks like I took a wrong turn. I realize my commentary for this game isn't quite as fun as it has been for the previous games, but this is a rough game, guys. I mean, this one's just hard to play. Anyway, as all Gabriel Knight games do, this one has a nice church.
Chi è colpevole di questo sacrilegio? May I be of service, monsieur? Par ces signes, tu le vaincras? Could you tell me what is meant by this?
It means, by this sign shall you conquer it.
It. What is it? The proper phrase is par ce signe tu vaincras. By this sign shall you conquer, meaning naturally the sign of the cross.
I am aware that there's been a slight modification, yes.
To what end? What is the it to which the words refer?
Monsieur, the Abbé Saunière designed this statue. What he meant by this, or by any of the decorations in the church, we can only surmise.
I see. If that is your answer, then you cannot be of service to me. Good day.
Monsieur.
Well, guys, can you guess what I have to do next? That's right. Talk to these two characters about everything. Let's go ahead and start with the preacher over here, because he seems like a halfway decent person.
I don't read French.
Thank you for that. Let's hear that again. It was just such a marvelous read.
I don't read French.
And I don't speak German. Just live there.
Hey, how are ya? The name's Knight.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
Are you the priest here, or...
People call me the Abbé, yes. The name's Arnaud. Abbé Arnaud.
That sounds like a punchline to a joke or something.
This is quite
Abbé
a
Arnaud.
place. I haven't seen many churches this, colorful.
I assure you, it is unique. Saint Mary Magdalene's is quite ancient, but Abbé Saunière restored it in the 1890s. It is his spirit you see around you.
Ah, nice. You don't see churches dedicated to Mary Magdalene very often.
Ah, but the Magdalene cult was quite strong in the old days, particularly in this part of the world.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
The Magdalene journeyed to the south
doesn't
of
like a good
France
whore?
after the death of Jesus. She lived here for many years. In fact, you can visit her remains at a church near Marseille.
Huh, I had no idea.
Neither did I. Field trip.
The Holy Grail has been linked to this area, is that right?
The connection is nearly as old as the Grail legend itself. What have you read on the subject?
Not much. Arthurian legends aren't really my thing.
Werewolves are my
It's supposed to be a
thing.
cup that contained the blood of Christ, isn't it?
A vessel that contains the blood of Christ, yes.
Not a cup. A vessel.
Do you think the Holy Grail is behind the treasure of Rennes-le-Château?
It is possible.
Do you know of anyone in this area that has a particular interest in the Grail?
Besides myself? No one that I can think of. Of course, the treasure seekers who visit the valley are often interested in the Grail.
What do you mean by the Magdalene cult?
Cult of
Cult
people
of
who
devotion.
worship
It's
Mary
still
Magdalene.
quite strong in this area, despite the best efforts of the Catholic Church. Did you know that most of the famous Black Madonna images were not images of the Virgin Mary at all, but of the Magdalene? The Church wanted to downplay the role of Mary Magdalene, so they called her a prostitute and insisted that all the Black Madonnas were really the Virgin Mary.
Actually, and I know I sped through it, but in Gabriel Knight 2, there's a Black Madonna statue.
But the Black Madonnas usually show a mother and child, don't they? If the woman's Mary Magdalene, who's the child?
Excellent question, Mr. Knight.
Indeed it is.
Do you know much about the Templars?
I know the basic history. There are a few Templars buried in the cemetery, no? But, yes. I think I'll refer you to a young scholar staying in the house near the Château de Blanchefort. His name is Larry Chester. He says he's working on a Templar book.
Okay, thanks.
Larry Chester
And
sounds like a made-up
let me
name.
know if he's helpful at all, will you?
Sure. Do you think that there's a treasure around here?
A treasure of the
course
spirit.
there's a treasure, but it will not be found by just anyone. Let those who have ears hear.
Right.
Peace on earth was all it said, brother. Alright. Let's talk to our rude Italian, shall we? So many characters in this game are jerks.
Ah, are you with the tour?
Including Gabriel, to be fair.
Si, signore. And who are you?
My name's Knight. My friend Mosley is on your tour.
Ah, I am Buchelli, Vittorio Buchelli.
Nice to meet you. How'd you like the tour so far?
I am enjoying it. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so far he doesn't
Did you
seem
get
like a
in
jerk.
late last night, Signor Buccelli?
Signore. Yes, it was quite late.
Did you drive, or...
I took a train.
Oh, yeah? I came in last night by train. What train were you on?
From Naples.
So, what do you think of the church?
It isn't a church. They should make that clear.
It's not a church?
No, this parish was closed years ago. The building is a tourist attraction, nothing more.
But it's got an Abbé. An Abbé Arnaud.
Do you know anything about the Holy Grail?
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with my
The Grail
pronunciation.
is a story, nothing more.
I'm a Texan. I'm an 11th generation Texan. These French words don't come tripping off the tongue.
Did you come to look for the treasure?
Treasure? Signori, please.
Oh, you don't think there is a treasure?
I would be very surprised.
Then how come you took the tour?
Well, the history of the area and the fable of the treasure, these interest one, no?
No, not really.
Then why are you here?
Oh, yeah, the history, sure.
I'm chasing vampires, actually. Is that not what you were expecting me to say? Well, that's enough time in the church for now. As I recall, Grace is going to spend some time in the church later on. Because again, like in the previous game, Grace is all about the history, the background, the research. Gabriel's like a bullet fired from a gun. He just bulldozes forward. It makes them become a pretty good team, really. Look at that, I beat him. But yes, this is the quickest way to travel, is you zoom right up on it, because then Gabriel instantly shows up. Oops, I meant to go to the dining room. Sorry. Dining room is this way. Well, I've talked to him. So let's talk to these two lovely ladies. Hello, ladies. I'm Gabriel Knight. I could turn you straight.
Hi, ladies.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
It may
Mr.
take a little
Knight?
work.
How's lunch?
It's really quite good. Don't let the staff hear you say that. A bit of complaining keeps them on their toes. Lily, you know it's true, darling.
Thanks for the advice. It's those two British chicks from the museum.
I do love Gabriel Knight, even though Tim Curry puts it on a little thick in this particular version. What I wouldn't give to hear him call himself a samurai one more time. Alright, we've talked to just about everybody, except our good buddy, Mosley. Unfortunately, Mosley is not being voiced by Luke Skywalker this time around.
All right, you hairball. What are you really doing here? You didn't know anything about my tree.
I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. What about you? Since when do you take European tours?
Hey, you don't know everything about me.
Apparently not.
Anyway, I was here first. So what's your excuse?
Have you heard a baby crying since you've arrived?
A baby?
Or seen
What the hell are you
vampires?
talking about, Knight? I ain't heard no baby.
Have you seen any vampires?
All right. This is what happened. A couple of weeks ago, Grace and I got this invitation in the mail.
I
I
know.
was passed out for a while. I'm not even sure how long. When I got up, we were at the Cowesa station. The conductor saw the two men get off. They've got to be around here somewhere.
Wow. This is really interesting.
Oh, I'm glad you appreciate it.
So what's all this about? Vampires? Or did I hear something funny?
Voodoo.
Nothing funny about it. The night visitors.
You
Prince
saw
James
voodoo.
calls them, but they take blood. Sounds like vampires to me.
Oh, you don't believe in that crap, do you?
Mose, you have no idea.
Yes,
Well, the
he
kidnappers
does.
did. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna figure out what's going on, that's what. First of all, there's your tour group.
I think you're swinging at an empty plate there.
Y'all got in last night, didn't you? Maybe one of you was on that train. Or maybe someone in your little group is here for a handoff of the kid. It'd be the perfect cover story.
You're right. It's possible.
Or maybe not. Which is why I gotta go check out the area too, as soon as I get some wheels.
I hate
So
that
this is a real
puzzle.
Schottenjäger case, huh? What's going on with that whole thing? And, what about Grace?
I'll tell you. Don't rush me.
He saw voodoo. He does have an idea. I know he had nothing to do with the werewolf case, but he was there when the voodoo magics were flying at the climax, man. He was there when the volcano opened up. He was there when the amulet saved people's lives. Voodoo. God, this is like in a second game where everybody's like, werewolves. There's no such thing. At least Gabriel now is like, nah, probably vampires.
Gracie's doing fine since you asked.
Bed. Huh? Huh? Come on. The two of you alone in the Alps.
We're not sleeping together.
What? Did he get chewed off in your last case or what?
Okay, maybe he knows a little about the werewolves.
We've come close a couple of times, but I get all freaked out or something.
You're starting to worry me, bud.
Look, Gracie's a doll, but she's living with me. If I slept with her and then I changed my mind, what would I do? Throw her out?
Why don't you just marry her, Knight?
Oh, God.
I forgot. You're allergic.
Even if I did want to get married, I'm not sure it would be Gracie. She's like a chair, you know? Say you see this really great chair, and you like the chair, and your mother likes the chair, and everyone says you should buy the chair, but you know that if you take it home, everything else would have to go. You know, like the chair is Louis XIV, and the rest of your place is IKEA.
Well, bud, I hate to say it, but
Such
you
a
better
poet.
start cooking or get out of the kitchen. Because you keep farting around, and somebody might just beat you to it.
In the background, I'm hearing some knocking sounds. Some, I don't know.
Shh. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Emilio's following me.
Mose, do you know anything about the Holy Grail?
Holy Grail? No, not really.
I'm just Roman
Why?
Catholic.
What do you know about the Holy Grail?
Me? Not much.
I'm also Catholic. Two Catholics don't know anything about the Holy Grail.
About this Schottenjäger thing. You know, we had that big case last year.
Yeah, I seen your book, The Brutal Beast. God, what a sick freaking mind you got.
Yeah. Anyway, since then, Grace and Gerda have been getting all organized on me.
I'm still sorry about the
Gracie
flickering,
invented this
guys.
computer program called Sydney. It's supposed to help when we're in the field. Of course, I'll never use it, but I can't tell her that.
Uh-huh. And I've noticed you're looking a little toned there, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I've been working out. Grace says I need to be in shape to chase the bad guys. I point to you as an example in the contrary. Then she points out that you never get the bad guys.
Oh, ha. Glad to see you haven't lost your butt-stupid sense of humor. So, did you ever find
Gabriel.
out how your family got into this whole thing in the first place?
No, the journals go way back to 900 AD, and it looks like it was an old family tradition even then. I don't know. Grace found a few other groups of shadow hunters, and they seem pretty decent. There's a whole ashram in India where they train monks for this kind of thing. Grace has been bugging me about going.
Why don't you?
Shit. I'm not a Lost Horizons kind of guy.
I actually
see
don't
what
get
you
the
mean.
reference.
Well, no point getting all serious about it.
Screw you, mostly.
Mostly.
So, how'd you find out about this tour anyway?
I read about it in a travel magazine.
A travel magazine? Since when do you read travel magazines?
What? Like you're the only one that can go running off to Europe?
He owns a castle.
I'm pretty cosmopolitan myself, you know.
He owns a castle.
Cosmopolitan is more like it.
He didn't just go running off.
Why don't you go write some dialogue, smartass? Get it out of your system.
For some reason, they have less spacing in the dialogue. It's harder to put in comments.
So, what about the treasure of Rennes-le-Château? You have a theory?
Not really.
Madeline says everybody has a theory.
Oh, that Madeline. Whew. Oh, what a babe, huh?
Yeah. Wait a minute. You never said what you think about the treasure. Is that why you came to find the treasure?
I don't know about that. Find out about it, maybe. Sure, it seemed like a lark.
But what do you...
Speaking of Madeline, now, don't you just love that kind of tough girl thing she's got going? Man, whew.
Mostly
I
is
wasn't
real
speaking
subtle.
about Madeline. I was talking about the treasure.
Oh, nice area, though, isn't it?
Really subtle. It's like he's some kind of genius.
Now, you didn't see the kidnappers in the area last night, did you?
Now, the guys you saw on the train both had long hair pulled back in ponytails, and they had this trunk with air holes. Nope, haven't seen anything like that since I got here.
All right, then. I suppose that's enough of that. I may not be able to do French,
I'm
but
gonna
I can
take
do...
off. You want to look around with me
hick.
this afternoon?
This afternoon? Nah, I got some things to do.
Look at the
What
shape
do you
of
have
him.
to do? You're on vacation.
I brought some work with me. Yeah, you know, a cop's work is never done.
Never started even.
Oh, by the way, would you mind not mentioning to anyone that I'm a cop?
What?
People just get kind of weird. You know, I want to be an average Joe for once.
He's got an hourglass
Come
figure.
on.
Just in the wrong
I've
place.
got news for you. You can't get any more average.
Not.
All right. Mum's the word.
Thanks. See you around?
Yeah. See ya.
Let's go ahead and take that for later. And if I've done everything correctly, which is a big if, this will end the chapter when I walk outside. Fingers crossed, everybody. Victory! Finally a chapter I didn't mess up. Alright, guys. The next chapter features the puzzle that drove me insane the first time I played it, but not for the reason it seems to bother everybody else. Now, it's a famous puzzle. It's the biggest problem with this game, I think, really. So, you definitely want to come back for the next part. It will not disappoint. It's pretty horrible.